author DL Tillery here, the Mistress of Horror, and welcome back to my channel. Before we get started, how about you press that subscribe button and ring that bell so you know when I'm uploading new videos. This is the writer's blog, and it is for April. I can't believe it's already April. Like, before we know it, I'll be like, it's Christmas, guys. I am in the thick of writing still. This is the first week of, well, really the first week of April. So I'm just starting out in April, obviously. With this blog, it's pieced together different weeks and things like that, different sessions that I managed to catch. But if you've been watching the video, well, once you get into the video, you'll see me talking about probably a little bit before this, since this is like more after some of those clips. I am outlining Caliostro, writing Caliostro book 2. Book 2, not book 1. As you know, book 1 is completed, it is finished, it's ready to go, but I am not planning to publish it until later this year. I'm about to have a session with Aphrodite Lee, and we're going to write for some hours, and I'm going to see if I can finish the outline and then start working on the first draft. I'm ready. I'm ready to, get this written. I'm giving myself the month of April to complete the first draft for book 2. But if it doesn't happen, that's fine. That's the plan. I do have projects planned for each month going up to the end of summer and fall as well. Because I always have projects that I'm working on, stuff to write. But I have like release plans as well this year. Most of my stuff is happening near the ending of the year, as far as releases, but that's pretty much the plan right now. But April is dedicated to Caliostro book 2, Fading of the Veil, getting done through its first draft at the minimum. So I'm focusing on that. That's what I'm working on. So yeah, let me go ahead and get started. I just wanted to let you know what I was doing for this vlog, so well, you'll know as you watch the vlog what I'm working on. And I did mention The Room Within throughout, because that is my next project that I want to complete. It's not as beefy as, let's say, book 2 to Caliostro, obviously, but it is still like the next lineup project, which I have quite a few of those. So here we go. Let's get writing done. This is from the mid to end of March when this is being recorded. And I'm preparing myself to get deep into my writing, and it's really heavy, because it is my biggest project that has yet to be released, because it is the sequel to Caliostro Tale of the Libertin, which is book 1 in my Caliostro series that I am working on. Book 1 is supposed to come out this year. I say supposed to because you never know what happens, but since I have not given a for sure date yet, I always say suppose until then. It seems to be like there's a trudge in my movement with it right now, and I think it might be a little difficult for me to always like to work on a longer novel than my short ones, because the short ones are really pop done, you know what I mean? Like, it's very fast. The outlines for a full novel, the way I do mine, takes a little bit more work, takes a little longer, I should say, and that's where I am right now. But I don't know, I'm probably not going to start really outlining until the first week of April, which is pretty much around the corner at this point. And possibly try to plan some sessions with my other author friend, Aphrodite Lee. I usually, writing with her, I usually get some good work done. So that's the plan. That's where I'm at right now. That's what I'm doing. That's the current writing blog. It's going to be a lot about Caliostro series, even though I am also in the midst of preparing Trapped Within, which is the sequel to The Room Within. I did make my writing schedule which I'll probably mention and talk more about that in the second part of my vlog. But I'll get into that and what I plan to write for the rest of this year, for this month, because I'm focusing each project into 1 month. That is the plan. So I'm really going to be one project at a time and slap myself on the wrist if I try to write something else outside of the current project that I want to finish. So anyway, I better get to work. I need to really get this outline planned, and then I'm going to start outlining soon because I'm in the middle of other things right now. So I kind of planned out my April, and I planned out my May, June, and July. I think all of my summer is planned out, but anyway, we'll get into the schedule another time. I need to get to work. Alrighty, I'll see you around the corner. Hello, everyone. Now, you know you love your book cover for your debut novel when it's on every screen, except for this one. You have... like, really? But today was a aha, finally type of day. I am actually working on Caliostro book 2. That's right, book 1 isn't out yet, but I am working on book 2. I had actually started working on book 2 about 2.5 years ago. But I got put on the back burner because of my other projects, and book 1 was complete at the time. I am planning to finish book 2 this month of April, so that is what I'm doing. But the fun aha moment was I was looking for the outline and write-up of the Room Within's second part, which is called Trapped Within, which I've talked about in another video, and I was able to locate it on my iPad. I was very happy because, you get to the age where you just don't remember what you did with things, especially if you have lots of different locations. Meaning I have like all these different OneDrives, and I have Pro Writer Aid, and I have different Google Doc accounts, and I had been writing it on my iPad about 2 years ago. And I was like, where did I put this? I know I wrote it. I was starting to question myself for a minute. I could not find it. But lo and behold, I did find it. Along with that, the Caliostro book 2 beginnings write-up. So, aha moment, you found it type of situation. To be honest, The Room Within was always a multi-part mini-series. When I first came up with the idea for The Room Within, I already talked about what that was about, but then I turned it into a full novel, but then I decided I was going to break it up into a multi-book mini-series, so many like short stories or short parts, but all come together to be one complete story. So that's what is happening, but the focus for April is Caliostro book 2, which is called Fading of the Veil. And yes, I am ecstatic to get that done. So when book 1 comes out this year in 23, book 2 will already be first draft done and possibly self-edited, about to go into alpha stages by the time book 1 comes out, which is right now set for summer. I have not given an official date because I want to make sure the marketing is in place and everything looks good. So yes, that is where I am with that. So back to the rest of the vlog, and I'll see you on the flip side. Hello everyone, and the writer vlog continues. We are in the first week of April now, and I did a writing session with Aphrodite Lee to get the outline moving. I managed to make it about partway through Act 2 of the outline, so I am happy with that. I am working on my outline now, actually today. Hopefully getting it finished because we have another writing session coming up, And that one I should be writing. But I'm not sure if that's going to happen or not. I'm really not sure. That depends on if I can manage to finish the outline before Saturday, which isn't too far off. So, I really do need to get to work on that. Because I do want to start writing, but hey, if it's not done, then I will simply just do the, finish the outline. Because I don't start writing my stories until the outline is finished. So, I need to do that. Once I do my next vlog for May, when the second week of May comes in, everyone can see what happened with April. Hopefully, I'll be giving you good news by then and saying I completed the first draft of the second book of Caliostro. Currently, I am set to write every day of the week, because when I'm in the middle of a project, I tend to write every day. When I'm not in the middle of a project I want to complete necessarily on a certain schedule, I write usually 3 times a week on Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday. That's also my gaming days. But those are the days that I write. And when I'm super busy. But when I know I have a project I want to complete, I make sure I write every day. And this is my everyday project schedule. I work all week. And I also homeschool my daughter, so I really have to work around those 2 specific things. So Saturday and Sunday are the easiest to get more done because I am home. So I usually get up and write around 10:30. So I do take breaks in between, but it's like you write to 10:30, then I'll have like a light snack because I intermittent fast all day anyway until the evening for dinner. So it's not a big deal, like I don't have to stop and eat, but I do get up to move around because you want to sit down that long without, circulation. I tend to write from 10:30 to around 6:30, 7 o'clock, and then I'm done for the day. See what I get done in that time. I really try to focus and get finished. If I am able to focus, then I can really get a lot done. That's usually Saturday and Sunday. Now, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I cannot write that schedule. So I usually get up, go to work. I usually get home around 3-ish, after 3 on usual cases, at least Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday I do. And then when I get home, I usually have to homeschool my daughter. If she is sleeping or taking a nap, then we usually have evening classes, which is normal because I can get home later than 3. But if she is like not napping or whatever, then I will do school then. Get that out of the way. And then once that's done, then I write. And I usually write from 6 to 9. So if she is not taking a nap, then we do school right away. And then I can get situated. And then I can get my dinner. And then I can get right in the office. And then I write from 6 to 9. So that gives me 3 hours to write during the week, which is better than nothing. So, but Wednesday I get off earlier for work, so she usually would not be awake necessarily when I get home on Wednesday, so I go right into writing. So I'll write for a few hours, then when she's awake, then we do school, then I go back to writing when I'm eating dinner, and then I'm done for the evening. So, schedule is Monday, Tuesday, it's 6 to 9, then Wednesday, it usually is 1 to 4, then break for school, then 6, 7, 8, 9 until 9. And then on Thursday and Friday, it's right back to the 6 to 9 schedule. And then Saturday and Sunday, it's 10:30 until 6:30, 7 o'clock in the evening. Of course, with break in between. If I can follow that tight schedule, I can definitely get Caliostro written in a month. Minus any hiccups. At least the first draft. So that's going to happen. That's what I'm going to do. Because I wanted to have the second book. I wanted to have the second book completed before the first book releases. So then it can come out the following X amount of months after the first one released. meaning like probably a 6 months difference, because obviously you have to do all the run through of alpha readings and edits, and then beta readings and then edits, and then maybe revisions, hopefully not, and then adding or taking away, and then edits, and then professional edits, and then preparing for release. So I give myself at least 6 months for that whole trudge there. So yeah, anyway, that's my schedule, writing schedule, and that's the writing schedule for April, which I'm already into at this point. But I am excited to finish book 2. It is all in my head. I had some crazy like idea stuff pop up that worked out for the story. That was just like, aha, was already there type of moment. Because really the end of Caliostro was already finished. I know what the ending is. So it's interesting to see some character developments and changes along the still in the midst of writing it way. So I'm really excited about that. Anyway, that's where I am with my vlog so far. I look forward to getting done, and maybe hopefully when you hear my vlog in May, you'll hear me cheering with satisfaction that book 2 is drafted. See you on the flip side.